It's a new wheel cylinder, Ralph. See, there's the box. And this is your old piston. And this is the new piston. See this ring? This thing here goes on this piston. And there's one with the ring still on it, your old one. Sometimes this ring slides off. And what will happen is you put the handbrake on, and then you go back, get back in the car, and the handbrake doesn't, the wheel won't turn because this thing gets stuck. It slides into the cylinder too far because the ring slid off, and it can make a massive brake fluid leak. And in my particular case, I'm speaking of, it can make the wheel lock up, and you have to beat on the drum with the hammer to free to free it up so you can get the wheel off to fix this because the ring slid. See how this ring turns? If you bought a brand new 67 bus in 1967, this ring didn't turn. It was tight. You couldn't turn it with your fingers at all. And this one, it just spins around. So does the new ones that I got. This is your left rear, the one that leaks. And here's the other new one that I bought. And I just cut some of the ring off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use your old pistons instead of these new ones, because this ring material, I can tell, is not as good as it should be. It's soft, okay? So I'm going to take your old ring and I'm going to make it shorter so it doesn't spin when I turn it, so it's tight. Because imagine this thing, here's the wheel cylinder, and here's the piston, see? Now you push it in. Now what if you can see the thing is in, there's the ring. If the ring slides off, if you put the handbrake on, the shoe's pushing really hard against this, and then the ring slides off, the piston goes in, now the seal, this thing right here, is on the wrong side of the inlet hole, that's this, and then fluid comes pouring out because they can't make a ring that's tight the way it was on a brand new car. And so how long does it take me to put a wheel cylinder on? Well, first I got to check it, and I know it's going to flunk this, so I got to make this short. But anyway, this is what I do. Most guys will take this thing out of the box and just put it on the car. They don't even think about it, what they're doing, the way the stuff is supposed to be. So that's what I'm going to do. And then this is a new piston that came with my new. It's got these serrations on. I don't know what that's about. See those? So I'm doing the front brakes, and I fix up I see what's leaking and so forth. I don't really notice this. Okay. So I finish the front right, and I'm seeing this. I'm like, I've never seen that before, the serrations. I do the front left. There's no different brand of wheel cylinders. They're both probably put on at the same time. I think one side's TRW, and the other one is, as you can see, Varga. That's for the front. So I'm sure it'll be fine. But I had a car with two different brand calipers, even though they were the same. It was a Ghia, and it pulled to one side. But that was disc brakes. I don't think it's going to be an issue here, but that's one thing I still don't know the answer to. You got two different brands of wheel cylinders in the front. I think it's Varga on the left and TRW on the right. So, but they're perfect. I mean, not perfect in the sense they were leaking. Well, this piston was stuck on the passenger side, but I'm going to, I've already dealt with it. We'll just see what happens. It probably won't. So if you want to know how much it costs, well, I'm trying not to buy, like I could look at it and go, oh, it's two different kinds of wheel cylinders. You need new ones. Or they leak. You need new ones. But I'm just going as it comes, okay? And this, I didn't even notice it until I did the other side and I saw this was not there on the driver's side, and I went, oh, two different brands. Who does that? But anyway, it's coming along. I'm trying to get the rear brakes done today. So, and then the master in, I'm going to bleed them and fiddle with the pedals and maybe get the engine out. Got to finish. I lube the clutch pedal and the brake pedal that have never been lubed since the car was new. And they washed it. Both of them had rust inside, and they were both pretty much dry. I mean, if you had a white shirt, like for a tuxedo, and you wiped it, you'd probably see dirt on it and goo. But it's not grease. It's just old crap and rust. So that's like think of a rusty hinge pin on a gate in your yard or something. You know what I mean? And so this is basically in that kind of condition, but they didn't squeak, and the gate opened, but the pedals went up and down, but they were pretty funky. No one's this hasn't been done unless I did it, which maybe I did, but if not, no grease has been put on there since 1966 or 7. And you got to do it sometimes, and particularly after somebody blasts everything with water. I mean, they must have pressure washed this thing all over the place. In what order, I don't know, because it looks like it got wet after somebody did the brakes. you know. So I don't know, but it's coming along. Okay. All right. Bye.